In this video, I'm gonna go over a couple reasons why aesthetics marketing is different than some of those other agencies. Number one, we do not have time-binding contracts. The majority of agencies you come across will try to lock you into those 1, 2, I've even seen 3-year contracts. And the main reason they do that is because they need those contracts to keep you as a client. It's pretty insane, and I just have never done it actually for as long as I've offered digital marketing services. I'm on a month-to-month basis, so it's completely performance-based. If you're not satisfied, you can simply cancel. But luckily, because of the results we provide, most of our clients stay on long-term. Number two is we only work with one practice per location. This one's even more unique than the first, because the majority of agencies out there will take on as many clients as they can. I've seen it multiple times where I take on a new practice and I look up the agencies they're working with, and they also have 10 other practices in the same exact city working on the same exact keywords. It's crazy to me. We only work with one in one location. We work on helping you completely dominate your area and will not take on another client in that location. Number three is expertise in the industry. Not only are all of our clients in the aesthetics industry, but I know everything about the machines and the procedures. So if you came to me, for example, or like, hey, we just bought a Morpheus 8 machine, I'll be like, awesome, that's the one that uses microneedling, but it combines with radio frequency energy. So it uses those same micropunctures, but then delivers RF energy into the dermis, which makes it more effective. I can kind of speak your language. I don't just say, oh, cool, let me look up that machine. I most likely already know about it. And on top of that, I'm always on the up with all the new procedures and machines that are coming out so that we can be first to market and already dominate before anything even launches. Number four is being your go-to guy. So I love being there for my clients for any sort of tech issues, email issues, social media questions, marketing questions, scam letters in the mail about your domain expiring, which for some reason happens all the time. My clients come to me for all that, and I love being there for you. Number five is long-term relationships. The majority of my clients stay on for years. I've had some for 10 plus years, which is pretty unheard of in the SEO industry with everything changing constantly. I don't just work for that kind of short term. Some agencies don't really care. They just want that quick buck. I do everything I can to make sure that you succeed. If for some reason even the campaign's not working, I've had multiple times where I'm like, hey, things are slow this month. Let's stop payments till we can kind of get back on track. For example, when COVID happened, a lot of my plastic surgeons couldn't do elective surgery. So it was like, what do we do? I don't really want to pay for marketing if I can't even perform surgery. So for them, we kind of just kept on with SEO, because if you do stop, you can drop. And I was like, listen, once you can start surgery again, we'll start up again and you can start paying. So I'm very flexible with that. I'm not just like, hey, this is the price, this is what it is. I like kind of just being your partner in that aspect, and I really do care about that long-term relationship. Number six is I absolutely love seeing my clients succeed. I think a lot of these other agencies, they get a little too big. They get this massive client list and they really don't care how their clients are performing. It's just like, oh cool, we just signed on another dental practice. We just signed on another med spa. They don't really care. They don't get to know the individual. I just don't agree with that. And I do everything I can to make you succeed, because I know if you succeed, I'll also succeed. And it's a really cool feeling when someone says, hey, we just had to hire a new doctor to the practice, or phone's ringing off the hook. You know, stuff like that is just another thing that kind of sets us apart. And lastly, it's hello, new friend. I know that a lot of people don't really like mixing business and personal, but to me, if I consider you a friend, I'm gonna wanna do everything I can possible to get you the best results. You're not just another name in an email or anything like that. I really like to build relationships with people, kind of find out about your family, hobbies, what you're into. I have clients all over the country, but I do love meeting up with them whenever it's possible. I've flown out multiple times to different clients just to kind of meet up. And if we can't meet in person, you know, we'll do regular Zoom meetings and stuff like that. If you'd rather just be completely business, that's fine too. But I do love kind of building a friendship as well when possible. So yeah, that's just around 7 little things, how we're different than other agencies. I do think, unfortunately, a lot of them out there are pretty scammy. They just want to add you to their client list. They don't really care about individual practices. And hopefully it gives you a little insight into how we're different.